Welcome to another Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and I am the founder of the amazing number one platform for women, the I'm Loving Me Project. And I'm so glad that you guys have joined me for the Inspiration in 30 this morning. Um, I have so much to talk about today. As far as news, you guys know here the restaurants and everything are opening today. Uh, our governor is doing this massive prayer for Georgia. We're just going to see what happens, right? We're going to see how things work out. Like I said, I'm not going out there. Um, I think that we still need more time. I'm going to listen to the health professionals and what they say is right and when we should be able to open. Um, as you guys know, we did a live with one of my friends who's been in the military, who's been around different viruses and everything. And he told us to treat it just like how we would treat the flu. Make sure you wash your hands. Don't be around people who are sick. But it's just so hard to determine right now. And so if anybody is in Atlanta, if anybody is in Georgia, period, use your own discretion about where you go and what you do. Keep your hands clean. Make sure you stay safe. Um, Make sure you are doing your part and making sure you protect the lives of other people. If you have symptoms or feel sick or anything like that, make sure you keep your butt home. If you have to go out, go see if you can get a test. And if you can't afford to get a test, reach out to me and I can get you a free test. Um, Also, one of the good things that I want to be able to talk about is something that's coming up. Mother's Day is coming. And of course, we are going to celebrate Mother's Day here at the I'm Loving Me Project. And we are going to do a virtual Mother's Day event. And it's going to be Saturday, starting the 5th uh, through the 9th. And then Sunday, oh no, the 9th and the 10th. Sorry, it's the 9th and the 10th. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things. We're going to have a celebration of motherhood. We're going to have a celebration for those mothers who are here, those who have passed on, and basically just like a celebration of life. We're going to have speakers. We're going to talk to mothers and daughters who are in business. And so, what I want you guys to bring your kids if you have kids. Good morning, Octavius. Bring your kids, bring your daughters if you have daughters to this event because it's going to be so amazing, especially if you have a good relationship with your daughter. If you don't have such a good relationship with your daughter, we want you to come out and start that healing process because we never put mother and daughter together because we feel like we have to do one and then the other. But we're going to try it. We're doing mother daughter and we're going to get together. Hey, Rick, we're going to get together and we're going to talk about some things. This is a paid event. I think it's like $25 or something. And proceeds go to Students Without Mothers, which I am on the board for. We have been hit so hard because of COVID-19. The kids are not able to go ahead and have a graduation. We do have a virtual luncheon that we're going to have where we have to raise money. And so all of us are doing our part to make sure that we help these kids and let them know and understand that they still have a chance to go to college. We give them a $4,000 scholarship to college where we give them $1,000 every year for them to get things that their mother would get for them, you know. And so Mother's Day is a big day and it's very important to us. Um, and we just want to celebrate you if you're a mother. And we want to hear your stories if you are someone who had your mom around for a while and she has now passed. I always tell my story. I tell people, I never really got a chance to really be with my mom, but I had a great relationship with my grandmother, and that has really helped me and shaped me to the person that I am today. So even if you didn't have a mom, but you had an aunt, somebody that you called mom, we want you guys to bring them. It's for a great cause. We're raising money, and we're going to do some healing, and we're going to have some giveaways. We're going to do all kind of stuff. So come on out May 9th and 10th, and let's go ahead and have some fun. I wanted to also just let you guys know that as we move forward with everything that we are doing, I told you guys that we're going to take our next steps to really reaching our goals and getting on track. This week, I'm bringing a financial person, actually two financial people who we're going to speak to. And we're going to talk about some things because I know this to be true. We got to be able to get that pocket right. Okay. We got to be able to get that money right. I know you guys sit up here and say that she talk about that a lot, but hear and listen to what I'm trying to build here. What we're doing as women is that I'm offering you the opportunity to get yourself in a position where you understand and you know how money works. You understand yourself, you love yourself, so that you can get out there and you can be that person you always wanted to be. See, what we fail to realize is that the more we open ourselves up to the possibilities, the more that we have access to resources for us to move to the next step, the better we get, right? If I had someone to teach me about money when I was younger, I would be way far ahead than what I am right now, right? If I had somebody who told me that, that they love me and I should love myself and protect myself and my body and all those wonderful things, I would be way far ahead than what I am right now, right? Hey, Candace. And so this community I'm building, that we're building, it is not about just, hey, Danielle, which is a person you got to see her video that we did on Saturday. I'm just saying. It is not about just you being motivated and being excited, right? It's not about that. That's part of everything that we're doing. You have to know how to move forward in your life, how to take those steps. And sometimes you need guidance because you have that fear, right? But when you get in your mind right, you have everything else in your life has to be able to flow. And like what we talk about, there are people that you meet along the way that will help you with some things, right? What I am doing or what I am going to accomplish is I am bringing you the best so that anywhere you land, you have somebody that can help you along your journey. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to sit and try to figure it out by yourself. You have a community where you can come and you can say, hey, y'all, you know what? I'm having a hard time starting this business. There's a lot of things that I don't know. And I want to know, how do I start that LLC? Where do I go ahead and get that business license? How do I get that bank account? How do I start my branding process? Don't worry about that, right? We got the experts that you can reach out to, that you can chat with, and that will help you, right? How do I go ahead and get myself through this difficult time, this depression, this anxiety I have? How do I get my mind right so I can do what I'm doing? Every time I come home, I'm happy some days and I'm not happy some other days, and I'm tired of this up and down. Who can I talk to help me get through this so I can start my process? Don't worry, right? We got that, right? Understand the community that I'm building. And the interview, Danielle, we're going to talk about it. The interview that I had with Danielle, I was so excited when I read her story. And the story is in Women Rise. You Are Not Alone. Try to go get this on Amazon, okay? But check this out. If you heard the story or you saw the story of how she decided, she made a decision that she wanted to change her life. And just like that, she did it. And what was so fascinating about her story is that when she let the fear go, everything started to fall into place. Now, what she did not say is, oh, it was just a breeze, it was this, it was that. No, because it's not like that, y'all. You do battle. Like she said, you do second guess yourself. You do go through those things. That is human nature and it's natural, right? But at the same time, you build up the courage to do it anyway. And when you do, and when you step out there, it is such, I don't even know the words to say it. It is such a feeling that you feel where you just feel like there was so much weight off of your shoulders because you actually get to start a new life, right? But the most important thing that I listened to in that interview, and I want you to go back and watch it, is it should be the last video before this one, right? Was the fact that there were people who came along the way, right? There were people who came along the way to help her get to where she needed to be because that's how life works. That's how the universe works. When you step out there and you start to walk the in your purpose and in your dreams, there are people along the way who will be there to help you because we want to help. We want to get you to where you need to be because we've been there, right? We've been there and we know what that state of mind is. Doesn't mean we're perfect, right? Doesn't mean we don't struggle. Doesn't mean that we don't have good and bad days. Okay? What it means is I can help you get out of the point where you are right now and up to a level where you can start to grow. And that's what we're building, right? We're focused on what the next steps are for you and in your life. And like I keep saying, guys, you got to work on your mind first. It all starts right here, right? Not your brain, your mind. Your mind, you can't see. Your mind, you can't touch it, right? When you can control this, everything else is cool. When you can overcome those battles that you have within yourself, everything else becomes cool. When you decide that you are going to live for you and no one else, that is when life starts to open up for you. I said to myself, actually, Danielle, after the interview, because I was really thinking about it, I was saying to myself, I said, you know what? Gloria, you need to see the world. Like, you have not seen the world yet. I'm 41 years old, and I think the furthest I went was Israel. Did I go anywhere else? Yeah, I think the furthest I went was Israel. That's it. And that was when I was like a school trip, right? I was in high school or something like that. And I said to myself, I said, even the amount of states you've been in, I've traveled to a few, but just some things you don't even think about. And I said, I just said to myself, Gloria, you need to see the world more. You need to get out there and just see what it's like, right? Because you never stop growing. You never stop becoming the person you want to be, right? Oh, I'm coming to Australia. I am. I am. But you never stop becoming the person you want to be. And you know what? You know what it is the worst thing that you can do? And we all feel it. Each and every one of us. You know that nagging thing that keeps bugging you and bugging you and bugging every day. Every day. The way it comes out in our mouths is, it got to be more than this. I know I should be doing better. I can't believe this is my life. I can't believe this is where I am right now. Damn, I need to do better. Damn, I need to make more money. Damn, I need to do this. And it's like, whatever that's in here that keeps burning, that keeps nagging you and pushing you and telling you, move, 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 get out. This ain't it. You gotta listen. You gotta listen. Fear stops so many people. I'm telling you, fear stops so many people to the point where they die with their dreams in them because they went that far to convince themselves that it's just never going to happen. How do you know if you don't try? And that's what I love about your story, Danielle, because you thought about it, you tried it, you went out there, and guess what? It worked. It worked. And even though life gave you some twists and turns, the only thing that mattered, the only thing that mattered is that you did it. And because you did it, you know you could do it again. You understand? You know you can do it again because you did it. Right? Danielle's story is an amazing story, you guys. I want you to really reach out to her because it is something that you really would read out of a fairy tale book where you're like, this did not happen. Oh, that's not true. Because everything that she wanted to do came true. But then you read it again and you was like, why shouldn't this happen? I put myself out there. I trusted the universe. I gave up my fear. I got on that plane. I went to New York. I met all these wonderful people. Yes, I was able to live my life. Right? That's how it happens, y'all. Let's not get complacent about what we should be doing. And let's go ahead and start to take that action. Like I said, we taking our action here, right? We taking our action here. I'm rallying up the troops. I'm rallying up the troops. And we're going to offer you the opportunity to be a part of something amazing where you are working on yourself, like really working towards something. Not writing in a journal, hoping that it's okay and, this is going to be the year that you do it. I'm not ready, but we going to see. No, I don't operate like that. We're going to do what we say we're going to do, and we're going to take action on that, right? That business you have in your mind that you've been trying to get for years and years, and you say that you didn't have enough money, to get your product or to get it made or to get started, and you don't know what's, you got to figure out how to do it, where you got a full-time job, blah, 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 blah. All those excuses out the window. If you really want it, you would do it. You will start. You will start with what you have and do what you can until you can do what you want. Right? Everybody starts off small. I'm going to leave that relationship as soon as I get enough money to leave. I don't have the money. He makes all of the money. Nope. You're afraid to start over by yourself, and you are afraid of how that might look. I told you guys, I had to start over, right? When my marriage ended, I had to start over. I had to leave my home, pack up, and move into this 1-bedroom apartment that I'm in right now with my 2 dogs, right? And I had to figure it out. I had to sit with myself and ask myself, what are your next steps, Gloria? What is it that you're going to do? Right? You no longer have a person that you're sharing your life with. It's just you. What are you going to do? How are you going to make the best of that? Was it scary? Absolutely. Absolutely it was. I remember the first night I slept in here. I was excited, but I was a little nervous because I was like, damn, I haven't slept by myself in like 9 years. And here I am, not only in a bed alone, but in a whole apartment alone. And I'm saying to myself, well, let's see how it feels. And I woke up the next day and it did feel funny. But the biggest thing that I had was my peace. I had my peace, y'all. It was silent in here. I could think. There was no, tension, confusion. It was just me and my thoughts and me getting myself together. And that's what I needed to figure out what my next steps were, because I couldn't figure it out in the mess I was in. Does that make sense? So even though I was a little uncomfortable about the environment that I was in, I was able to sit with myself, get real with myself, understand where I was in my life, and figure out what my next steps were going to be. And then I just started to build up, right? I just started to build up. I got myself in a position where I was able to get income, to get back out there, build relationships with people, to get back out there and build up a life where I felt comfortable. But then after I did that, that's baseline. I had to come back and sit with myself and say, you know what? What do you really want to do? Because see, we spent 9 years married. And within those 9 years, then you took another, what, 6 years of doing shit, wilding out, drinking, partying, hanging out, doing crazy stuff. Then you built yourself up to where you can get yourself together, right? You can actually live to the point where you can actually afford your apartment, bills, and all that stuff, right? But now, what the hell do you really want to do? Because see, staying baseline is not going to work, right? Just doing the minimum is not going to work because there's something pushing you and pushing you. What the hell is the next step? And that's when I sat with myself in my place in silence. And I looked in that mirror and I said, I gotta do this thing that has been nagging me for most of my life. Right. And I did. And one of my best friends came along from high school and she told me I can do it. And I believed it and I started. And here comes the I'm Loving Me project. Right. And here we are, 1 year old. And we are progressing so much. We have done so much within the first year where I feel I can fly, Danielle. I feel like I am on this high, right? But you know what, guys? I'm always transparent with you because I want you to see how a person can actually do what they were called to do and walk in their purpose. See, usually when we listen to people, we never really know what the journey was. You just see their life now instead of all the things that they went through, right? And I always used to wonder, well, how did they really get to this point? And they always say, oh, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, a lot of this, a lot of that. And that's true, right? But what I want you to pay attention to is the habits, the daily work, the daily things that you have to do. Because that's how you get there. Being consistent, showing up, and doing what you were called to do. Right? Making good decisions. So I want you to really think about what your next steps are. This whole community we're building, I'm putting together a membership website for it. We've been working for months on it, for months on end. And we are, I would say, 75 to 80% done because in this community, we're going to really, really, really do some good work. And I'm talking to as many people as I can who want to be a part of it to help us get to where we need to be. Because I'm telling y'all, we birthing businesses in this community. We are building our finances. We are building up our mind. We're doing so much, right? Right? Because I know what God told me. Out of this, we need to change communities and change nations. And the only person that can do that is a woman. That's the only person that can do that is a woman. Changing nations and changing communities, you have to change a woman. You have to get a woman to love herself. My friend told you, William, And I didn't say a word. I promise you. You guys know I didn't say a word. The thing that he said is, we need you. We need you women to step up and be women again, who will be that voice of reason, who would guide us, who will lead us, who would use your brain power in order to help us meaning men. I'm telling y'all, you gotta know how powerful you are. You are so damn powerful that you can change communities and change nations. We are the keys to making this whole world work. I'm telling y'all, you gotta know that power. And the reason why we don't know is because images are put in front of us to keep us down, to tell us that we're not beautiful, to this, to that, to just make us think that we are powerless. Right? But we have so much power and influence. All I can say is, you will see. You will see. Watch and see. So figure out what your next steps are. Come out and support us at our, mother-daughter event on the 9th and 10th of May. It's going to be fun. Bring your daughter if you want to. Like I said, I think it's $25. It's going to benefit the students without mothers. We're going to have a great time. And really start focusing. If the world is opening back up, understand that there's going to be some conditions. We already talked about those, right? We're worried about what your next steps are going to be. How are you going to adjust to this new normal? What is it that you're going to do to get yourself on track? I'll holler at you guys tomorrow. Thank you. I love you. I love all of you. I really do. Save your money. Save your money. Okay? Save your money. Cash is king right now. Think about what it is that you want to do. Put your plan together, and let's go ahead and start taking action on that. I'll holler at you guys tomorrow. Any questions, please send me a message here or send me an email and I'll definitely answer. All right, bye.